doesn't exist. I'm starting to wonder if ignorance is bliss. I used to be someone I really miss. Well, it all makes sense. The rainbow hides within the rain. Someday my view will change. And I know things will be alright. And I know in darkness comes the light. In the morning light. In the morning light. New day, new journey, self-discovery. Who knows what I'll find right inside of me. Don't like it, I fight it, but it's a part of me. When will discomfort end? Rainbow high within the rain. Someday my view will change. And I know things will be alright. And I know in darkness comes the light. In the morning light. In the morning light. My blessings come in lessons. That's the way of life. It will all be worth it in the morning light. My blessings come in lessons. That's the way of life. It will all be worth it in the morning light. And I know things will be alright. And I know in darkness comes the light. In the morning light. In the morning light. In the morning light.
In the morning light.
Oh my goodness, ladies.
I love it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have the winner of the Rampage Music Award and her hit song "Feel Alive." It was named Best Female Single of the Year at the International Singer-Songwriter Association Awards. Heerraa.
Thank you so much. Hi, everybody.
And of course, we have another person joining us, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
We have Autumn Helene. Autumn, are you on the line?
Hello.
All right, yes. She's joining us via Skype all the way from
Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah. This was like my first time performing Morning Light live without Autumn because we
Yeah.
collaborated throughout the pandemic online. So we've even done our recordings online. We've done live shows online on the internet, but never on TV before. So thank you for having us, Freshbrew.
Thank you so much. And unfortunately, I think due to possibly the connection, you know, she is 12 hours away.
16.
16 hours away.
16 hours away, yes.
Seattle's so far, 16 hours away. So we appreciate you again for coming on the show. Can we just check what's the time and wherever you are?
Right now it's 7:45 p.m.
Okay, that's not too bad. So it's
7:45
about
PM
dinner
yesterday.
time. Yeah, yesterday. So yes, thank you again so much for both of you coming on the show. Of course, you've been on the show numerous times.
Yeah, thank you.
This is your, I think, second time coming on solo, right?
Yeah. Yes, correct.
So how do you feel, you know, now that you've put yourself out there, people are recognizing you more, your song's playing on the radio?
I'm not solo. I'm here with Autumn.
Yeah. So you perform solo here.
You perform solo here.
I think one of the things I'm really, really grateful that people are supporting Malaysian indie artists and also indie artists around the world. I think despite the hardships of the pandemic, we've all learned to collaborate, and because of that, we've produced music that's life-changing, like Morning Light.
Right.
So it's really, really nice.
Okay, so Heerraa, we'll come back to you soon. Let's move on to Autumn. Autumn, hello, can you hear me? Autumn, a question to you, of course. You know, working with Heerraa all the way here from, in Malaysia, and you're from Seattle. Tell us the journey. You know, how did you collaborate with her? You know, when it comes to the challenges, different time zones, etc. Tell us more about this wonderful journey.
Yeah, so this was definitely a very wonderful and very long journey. Mm-hmm. It all started with her messaging me because we shared some like award shows and some music groups in common, and she like reached out to me. We both kind of like admired each other from like afar. We really liked each other, and was like, a big fan of each other. And she reached out to me and she's like, "Hey, want to collaborate?" And I was like, "Oh, sure, that sounds great." And so we thought that it was going to be like about a month project long, but it turned into like 5 months. So that was, a lot, but it was a really great experience because since we're like 16 hours away, it was a very beneficial experience because we both learned a lot about producing from that distance and how to make that work. Because this was like mostly self-produced between us, and we don't have like a lot of experience producing, but I feel like that made it like even more of a safe space for us to grow as musicians and have a really good judgment-free zone. So the whole it was all just so beneficial in so many ways.
Yeah, I mean, if you making music itself, you have to change, you have to adapt, throughout the pandemic. I mean, even in TV, we've never had, Skype interviews until the pandemic, right? So you talked a little bit about, how both of you are self-producing your own music. Personally for you, Heerraa, who took the lead in terms of how you wanted the song to come about? Was it more on you, or was it really a collaborative effort between both of you?
It was really collaborative because I think being vulnerable to write such a song like Morning Light, we talked about all our insecurities. So Autumn and I are actually strangers first. We just noticed each other at award shows, but then when we decided to collaborate, we had to be really personal about the issues that we face. So we were saying like, hey, I'm insecure, or I don't feel good about myself, or I don't like taking criticism, but this is necessary for us to grow to become better human beings.
Right.
So then when we wrote the song, then we both took charge in songwriting and producing, and later marketing the song as well. So it's a really wholehearted collaboration that I think has turned into a wonderful friendship too. So now I can't wait to go to Seattle to meet Autumn too. I think that's something.
Yeah, please bring us along to Seattle. So I've been to the US, 16 hours behind. Yeah. I don't know how many hours flight though.
Probably, anyway. I think a good 20 plus hours. Yeah, 20 plus hours at least. Oh. Not 30 though, depending on where you land. I think you can land in New York and then hop on over,
I don't know, my geography's not that good.
My geography is also not that good, but you're still a student studying, so that's fantastic. Now, you're from Harvard, right?
Yes, wow. I'm currently pursuing my studies at Harvard.
Okay.
How did you know that?
And of course, at the end of the day, you're from Harvard, and you produce songs, you're a singer-songwriter together with Autumn. Now, the challenges must be extraordinary, so tell us what's it like juggling between both sides of the story.
I think both of us don't do it alone. We both have teams that really support us. So my team is ETIDS and Ascendance. So they're always there to make sure that I'm on the right track. If I need any help, sometimes I just need like a few days to take off to finish up assignments. Sometimes I need help, like, is this song good? Can you give me some feedback? So having a team that's really focused on impacting the globe, I think that helps put perspective into what I do. So it helps me manage my time better too.
Awesome. Again, it's all about, I mean, as an adult itself, time management is everything, man.
I'm horrible at it.
Autumn, I want to know, what is Morning Light all about from your perspective?
Yeah, so when we started writing the song, like Heerraa said, we were talking about like being like very like perfectionists and not really like not liking constructive criticism. And somehow that kind of segued into this song Morning Light, which I kind of see as like the light at the end of the tunnel, how there are so many good days ahead that we haven't experienced yet. And here also says that it's about, like new beginnings, like all the good that's ahead. And that's kind of like what this song means to me. And I think that the song is like, you can listen to it like as a feel-good song, you can like bop to it, but it's also like a song you can listen to like when you're sad and you want something to relate to. And so I think like this song is very cool in those ways.
Interesting. I mean, I would imagine, I don't write songs. I don't really write songs. I used to write poems. But, they must be very, very personal. Again, both of you are very, very young. I want to know, who are your inspiration when you guys, in terms of your personal music, and who possibly inspired you to write the song as well?
Autumn, you go first.
Autumn.
Okay. I think like musical inspirations, I think like Taylor Swift is the biggest one. I'm just like really like look up to her and her songwriting and things like that, and like who she is as a person. So she's like my main like musical inspiration, I think. And I think for inspiration for like the song, I think we were just like doing our own thing. I'm pretty sure. I think we were just having clarity with like our emotions and our feelings, and just seeing what kind of came from that. But yeah.
Right. Interesting. So we have a couple of course, pictures that you guys can check out. A few promotional pictures as well. I know this is done on an app.
Yeah.
We know which app is that one. What about you? Who are your musical inspiration?
My inspirations?
Billie Eilish.
I was going to say Jason Mraz.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, no. Because I feel he writes songs that are so deep. And every time I'm so angry, I listen to Jason Mraz because it gives me perspective, right?
Yeah.
When you feel like throwing a tantrum, Jason Mraz talks about how you're just a speck in the universe. So I'm like, oh, wow. So I think likewise, me and Autumn both write songs that we believe can change the world.
Yeah.
So my songs talks about dealing with insecurities, dealing with the ego, how do you manage your emotions, and putting that into songs so people can learn from those songs as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So likewise, I think Autumn talks about bullying through her songs. She talks about mental health. So it was very nice with Morning Light. I think to sum up the song, we would say, our blessings come in lessons, which I think that's one of the lyrics in the song. My blessings come in lessons.
Right.
So to show everybody that no matter what terrible thing happens to you, it will all be worth it in the morning light. And it was released on Thanksgiving, so it's kind of like a wholesome.
Yeah.
I
For
love
us, it
it.
was what, Black Friday?
I was a Deepavali lah.
Malaysia, okay, Malaysia.
Okay, Deepavali, what? Black Friday, Thanksgiving talking about. But anyways, Heerraa, there's more towards Morning Light. You just shared it's all about dealing with, I don't know, people bullying,
Yeah,
you know,
insecurities.
labeling insecurities and all this, so on and so forth. Now, you have a story, and that's why Morning Light came about. So could you tell us more about the whole perspective and the push behind writing this song together with Autumn? Maybe she has a story as well, and we would love to hear so. But Heerraa, you go first.
So we wrote this song somewhere, I think in June, July. We really thought it was a summer project. If we thought it would finish in a month, it didn't. But at that time, I was going through things where I didn't like learning lessons in life. Like, I don't like making mistakes. I really want to be someone who gets things right. So when failure happens, even small failure, I don't like accepting it. I rather just, oh, why am I alive? You know, all the millennial questions start coming in your
All
mind.
the millennial questions.
Yes, I'm sorry. I think Gen Z is different problems, but millennials, we have a different problem. So then I realized I can't run away from life.
Yeah.
But after the storm, like as Autumn says beautifully in one of the lyrics, only after the rain comes the rainbow.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to just hang in there until the next day, and it'll just get better and better. And eventually you look back in hindsight and go, hey, that was a worthwhile lesson in life.
Yeah.
So that's what the inspiration of the song was about.
All right, Autumn, I actually want to know, since throughout writing the song, now it's completed, both of you have performed it, you're performing it here. Unfortunately, I really would love to actually watch both of you perform the song, maybe one day.
One day
I want to
in
know,
Seattle or somewhere.
hopefully, fingers crossed. I want to know from Autumn, what lessons have you learned after you've done producing the song? Any lessons you've learned? Any self-reflection?
I think working with Heerraa, like, you know, like a long distance collaboration, I feel like it would have been like so much easier if we just like worked like at the studio, like in person together. But obviously that didn't happen. But for me, like, I got a lot of lessons on producing because I'm still like learning how to produce. I'm kind of like an amateur, but like back then in the beginning of the summer, I was even more of an amateur. And so I didn't really know how to do like some basic stuff. And now I learned how to do some basic stuff, which is really helpful. And I feel like that was kind of the perfect experience to learn about that. Because I feel like our skill sets complemented each other really well. So we could, like, we both definitely knew a lot about like singing and songwriting, so we could support each other through that. And also, like I said before, the producing element too. So those are kind of some things that I learned since then.
All right, well, what are some of your self-realization after you've completed the song?
Yeah, I think other than producing, I think songwriting was easy. I think for us to withstand the next part. So I think starting anything is easy. Is to complete it and to keep it rolling. I think that's important. So from Autumn's team, I've learned a lot about how do I put myself out there. How do I get people to know about Morning Light? I think thanks to Autumn's team, we got a lot of playlists. I think in the US right now, I just checked our Spotify stats this morning. I think our biggest listeners are in the UK and the US. This is number 4, but I think we're still in the top 5, which is good.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was really, really nice to learn about the marketing aspect. Yeah. And I think the biggest thing I learned is collaboration. I think all of us, even if we've done team projects in school, we've always just done our part and handed it over. Yeah. But to really give and take, like accommodate to each other's schedules, learning how to give the best for each other, I think that was important.
All right, Zoe, and ladies and gentlemen, available on most streaming platforms. Morning Light, we've got Autumn, Helene, and also Heerraa. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Exactly. Before you all go, give us your social media handle and how can we follow you on social media. Autumn, you can start first.
Okay, thank you. My social media, you can find me on like any social media on Autumn Helene Music. My website is autumnhelene.com. You can like see what I'm up to, and you can like buy merch and things like that. And yeah, those are some places where you can find me.
Awesome. Cute. Yeah. Social media.
Yep. And you can find me on Heerraa Official. That's HEERRAA. So any social media platform, I'm there. Website is also heerraa.com. And I just want to say thank you everybody who's watching for supporting me and Autumn in changing the world with music. So we have a lot of really fun songs coming up in the next year. Both of us are releasing songs. So do follow us to know more about that.
All right. Thank you again to these lovely 2 young ladies. Yep. I can't believe I just said young ladies, guys. But yes, they're amazing. Again, please do show some support to the song Morning Light. And to those of you who are watching as well, don't forget to give us a follow on Instagram. We are Freshbrew_RTM.
Exactly. With that being said, we hope that you're out and about, of course, at the end of the day with your family. Stay safe, and we wish you the best. Till then, I'm Brendan DePaul.
My name is Zoe. We'll see you guys again next time. Sayonara. Bye-bye.